Hello, Virgo. Thank you very much for tuning into your general read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Bonefire Tarot by Gabby Angus West. For the supportive oracle cards, I'm using the Halloween Oracle by Stacy DeMarco. I've messed up her name a couple times. I'm just making sure I get that right. All right, now. All right, so we're coming into this situation here, Virgo. I'm getting the High Priestess. I like it. I really do like it for Virgo. It makes me really feel connected with this situation. I mean, don't get caught up in the gender, of course. I always say that, especially with the general reads. But I'm getting like, it's kind of, you know, you got to do the work to get the reward type feel. Or it's almost kind of like, even if everything isn't quite the way you want it to be, you got to put in the effort to, you know, keep it going. It's almost like you have to deal with the cranky boss to get the good paycheck. If that makes sense, that's kind of what I'm feeling here. It's kind of like, you know, there's drawbacks, but there's payoffs here too. The situation has more positives than negatives. I can work through the negatives. That's kind of the energy I have here with you. Now, this Midnight card popped up again. How interesting. I think we had that for Leo. I just did Leo, so I'm almost 100% sure. So you're dealing with things. You're rolling with it. That's fine. You've got the Underworld card here, and a lot of times, I know, what does it say? Where all things pause and begin again. I'm not really, that's not how I feel about this card. I kind of feel like this is a situation where you're moving forward, and you got a touch of sweetness here. There's some things I feel like you don't really like. But you're sweetening it up. You're not, I don't feel like you're highlighting what you don't like. And you're trying to even sweeten it for yourself a little bit. Like, yeah, I got that boss I don't really care for. But, you know, they're not that bad. And you're trying to see their positive traits. Yeah, they're always on the butt. But, you know, things get done. You're just trying to see, like, the glass half full type attitude. And I feel like you're kind of moving forward with that energy. With that sweetness energy. Just kind of like, you know what? I want to see this better than it actually is, so I'm going to convince myself that's how it is. I mean, that's not the actual thought I don't think you're having, but that's kind of what you're doing. I prefer to be in a better mood about it. I prefer to see it half full. I'm going to see it half full. Now, the person you're dealing with, and I feel like this is somebody... I feel like this is somebody who's causing their own problems. Yeah, I kind of do. This person seems to be causing their own problems. I almost feel like this person might have like a time crunch, or they're causing, like, there's problems with time here. I get that. But they're causing their own problems. And the thing is with this, they cause their own problems, but then it kind of bleeds over to you. That's what I feel like you're making allowances for. You're trying to, like, justify their behavior, when in truth, they're causing their own problems and it's bleeding over to you. I'm actually getting this continue forward. This seems to be more of a problem long term, a little bit farther down the line, because I'm getting the Chariot comes in and they've got to catch up with a lot of things, because I feel like time has worked against them. They've caused their own problems. The Chariot pops in on the other side, and I feel like when this happens, they're trying to pick up their own mess, but they get to a point where they can't do it on their own, so they come towards you for help. I get the Queen of Cups between you and them. This is explaining the situation itself. You're willing to help. You want things to work out. You're doing that glass half full. You're trying to look at it with a little bit of sweetness. I feel like when you initially get into this, you're trying to help. Especially if it's a boss type thing, whatever that is. You feel like I almost feel like you feel obligated. So even if it's not a boss, I almost feel like you do kind of feel obligated. You do care about the situation, whatever it may be. You're helping. So it seems like it's very equal to begin with. I feel like that soon goes out of balance. And I'm seeing the Seven of Swords on your side. Like, I feel you taking the brunt of the load. This other person, it's their mess that they got out of. It's their mess. It's their own fault. They did it to themselves. They asked for your help, but then I feel like they ultimately kind of dump it over on you. I don't like that, but what I'm getting here is what you seem to be picking up that slack. I do feel like you're overburdened, though, but you succeed. And the reason I'm saying you succeed is because I've seen the Six of Coins here, which I feel like there's a lot of give and take going on here. Right now, you're in the position to give them a little extra, to give them some help, to give them that reprieve from something they caused for themselves. So right now, you're in the giving position. But I'm also seeing where what this is helping is like when the bones come in, and, or the skeleton, it says strength, which is, yeah, you know. What I feel like is this is building your foundation. This is like your support. This is something you're going to get to fall back on. It's kind of like, you know, the better you take care of your bones, the better they take care of you. You know, like, if you don't give them what they need and you fall later, they're going to break and you're going to have real problems. But if you take care of your bones well, whatever you want to say, however to do that, calcium, vitamin D, whatever you got to do, when you fall, your bones don't break. You get a bruise or two, but you recover. Like, a bruise is a couple days. A broken bone was that, like 6-8 weeks? You know what I mean? So by you being very giving into this situation, what I'm getting, you're getting an ally. This person not only, well, it's not just like loyalty, because some of you might be really dealing with quite the winner, and judge that however you want. So they might not have the most loyal attitude towards people, even though they should be loyal to you for what you're doing. I feel like a lot of them are viewing you as somebody who picks up their butt when their butt's in a sling. You help them out. When they need help and they get themselves in a pickle, you help them deal with that pickle. You get them out of that pickle. So it's loyalty to a point, but I feel like they know that you're going to be the one who helps them. They need you around. So when push comes to shove and somebody gives you a hard time, they're going to back you up. They're going to protect you, make sure that you're okay, because they need you and they know it. One thing I would say to be careful with this situation, which I'm really coming into strongly, watch out for somebody that you're helping, not wanting you to move away or to change what you're doing. Like, especially if this is a job position, they might want to hold you there because that's a position where you can help them. So they'll aid you in certain things, but if it's something to move you away from them, they may not aid you with it because they want you in that position. So be mindful of that. Anything else? I think we got it there. I think that's pretty good. It's not bad. As long as you know what you're dealing with, I feel like you can maneuver it as necessary. It is going to serve you, but just keep in mind, like, this person wants you in a position where you can continually help them. So if you're moving forward and you want something different, if it's a position or something that's going to move you away from them, they're probably not going to help you and might even work against you. Just be aware of that. All right, thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.